Welcome to the news. And the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, has suspended its two-day warning industrial action with immediate effect, as announced by its president, Dr. Tokbe Osundara, on Sunday. The decision follows a partial fulfillment of the association's demands by the federal government, with assurance to address the remaining concerns. Dr. Osundara says the industrial action is suspended as a gesture of goodwill to support Nigerians seeking healthcare services. He further states that some of their demands have been met and government is committed to resolving other issues. NARD, however, promises to monitor government's progress on outstanding demands, including unpaid arrears and downgrading of membership certificates issued by the West African Colleges of Physicians and Surgeons by the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria. In a move to accelerate Nigeria's transition to clean energy, 100 students of the University of Maiduguri are set to undergo comprehensive renewable energy training under the federal government's Energizing Education Program, EEP. Now, the initiative, driven by the Rural Electrification Agency, REA, is designed to equip young Nigerians with the knowledge and skills needed to harness renewable energy and contribute to the nation's sustainable future. Here is Paul Nkujivana with this report.
Scaling up opportunity on the renewable energy sector, because we have a lot of unemployed youth. If they are trained and they are engaged, it will help us a lot.
The REA Managing Director explained that the training program focuses on creating employment opportunities while reflecting the federal government's commitment to youth empowerment and sustainable development. Thereafter, the program was officially flagged off as part of the Energizing Education Program, EEP2, an initiative not only empowering the University of Maiduguri and the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, but also exposing students to the renewable energy sector.
This program will enlighten and bring more change to our community.
If we graduate, there is no need for us to go and seek for an employment. We'll utilize this program.
The REA Managing Director, Abba Abubakar Aliyu, and the head of the Nigeria Electrification Program, Olufemi Akinyelure, stressed that the training marks a critical step in driving innovation, creating jobs, and advancing Nigeria's clean energy targets.
We have already deployed infrastructure across the country, and these infrastructures are one of their kind in the country.
Representatives of the beneficiary academic and health institutions commended the federal government for the initiative, describing it as a step in the right direction. This program provides a unique opportunity for students to gain valuable expertise in renewable energy, contribute to Nigeria's sustainable development, and play a key role in steering the nation towards a cleaner energy future. In Maiduguri, Paul Nkujevana, NTA News.
And the kindness of Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, continues to find expression in the lives of women and children in Jigawa State. This time, 400 women and 110 pupils in Kafin House local government benefited from a package aimed at keeping children in school and empowering women to sustain their families. Mohammed Musa Askira reports.
Support initiative championed by the wife of the Jigawa State Governor Haji Hadiza Oman Namadi and the Remi Tinubu Support Organization brought joy to the women and children alike, while the school children received bags, uniforms, sandals, exercise books and other learning materials to return them to the classroom. The women were supported with cash to boost their small-scale businesses. The gesture, organizers say, is a reminder of the compassion of Senator Oluremi Tinubu for Nigerian women and children, and a call on the beneficiaries to make judicious use of the support for the good of their families. It would be recalled that only last week, 500 women across Jigawa State received 50,000 naira each, courtesy of the Renewed Hope initiative of the First Lady to uplift women economically and improve the lives of children across Nigeria.
No child is denied the opportunity to go to school. This is the renewed hope we are bringing to Jigawa State. To our beneficiaries today, I urge you to make the best use of the support you are receiving. Let it be the seed grows into prosperity for you and your families.
For the women and children of Kafin Hausa, the message is clear. They are not forgotten. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
And the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, says there will be no hiding place for non-state actors undermining the peace and stability of Nigeria. This was in a message delivered to graduates of a special squad of the Nigeria Forest Security Service held at the Police Mobile Force Training College, Ilaorogun, in Osun State. Femi Farogun was there.
The proliferation of small arms and light weapons further exacerbates insecurity in ungoverned spaces, fueling violence and perpetuating cycles of conflict. In view of this, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu proposed the establishment of a National Forest Guard to complement the security architecture of the country. The National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, believes the special squad comprising vigilantes, civilian joint task force, and hunters have what it takes to stem the tide of banditry, kidnapping, and insurgency in the forest. He says President Tinubu is committed to protect every part of the country.
Today's graduation is a further statement of intent showing that the government will deny criminals the cover they seek in our forests. I therefore urge those who choose violence and criminality to reconsider
that with the level of what we have achieved, we are going to have a saga in this issue of terrorism, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and even rescue of kidnapped victims.
We all draw them from their various places where they belong. So we are all training them and returning them back to those areas that they are already familiar with.
We have been fighting insurgency without enough support. We appreciate this training from President Tinubu's government. God bless him.
The special squad of 616 personnel drawn from the northeast, northwest, and north central have been trained for 12 weeks. From the Police Mobile Force Training College, Ilaorogun, Femi Afariogo, NTA News.
An Indian businessman and 3 Nigerian accomplices have been arrested by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in connection with the seizure of more than 2 million pills of tramadol intercepted at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja, Lagos. This arrest is part of the agency's ongoing efforts to combat illicit substance trafficking across the country. Salwa Khalid Ibrahim tells us more.
The tramadol shipment is estimated at more than 3 billion naira in street value, imported from Delhi, India, and disguised as multivitamins in 114 cartons. Clearing agents, 2 drivers, and Indian businessman were arrested in connection with the shipment. In Abuja, a 29-year-old dispatch rider was arrested with 50.7 grams of cocaine and 66 grams of loud. In Anambra State, a couple was arrested with 13.9 kilograms of methamphetamine and 5.3 grams of skunk. In Ogun State, 3 trans-border drug traffickers were nabbed with 394 grams of skunk, and 3 motorcycles used to convey the illicit consignment were recovered. In Abuja, Salwa Khalid Ibrahim, NTA News.
All right, now for sports lovers, the Premier League table is being reshuffled a bit. Liverpool is now topping the league table, followed by Arsenal. I don't have all the details. Bade Adeleye is already on screen. Bade, what's happening? What's happening to your team?
Quite interesting. You know, there were wins this weekend, you know, for Liverpool and Arsenal, but not for Chelsea and Manchester United. We'll talk about that when we get to football. And, of course, let's begin from the grassroots. As the final of the Unity Cup in Katsina State, which lived up to its billings, took place earlier this weekend as Musa Academy walloped Dangiwa Boys 4-0 to emerge champions in an all-entertaining final. The tournament put together by the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Musa Dangiwa, is empowering the youth through grassroots football development.
Sure, from this place we are going to select one of the best that we can even take to the national team that some of the examiners are here to choose from. So the players are performing very well, and I assure you that I will get one of the best students, the best players that you can take forward.
Straight to the Nigeria Premier Football League as reigning champions Remo Stars were handed a 2-0 defeat earlier today by Plateau United in one of the matchday 4 encounters of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Enyimba of Aba are now top of the league after the People's Elephants ran out 2-0 winners against Bayelsa United at the Samson Siasia Stadium in Yenagoa. Elsewhere, newly promoted Kun Khalifat secured their first victory of the season with an emphatic 3-1 win over Okanemi Warriors. At the Sani Abacha Stadium, Kano Pillars got all 3 points against Enugu Rangers, while Rivers United defeated Shooting Stars by a lone goal. And away from Nigeria to the English Premier League, where Liverpool maintained their perfect start to the season after recording a late 1-0 win over Burnley at Turf Moor. Mohamed Salah scored a late penalty to ensure that the Reds secured maximum 3 points to keep them top of the league. And of course, 12 points in 4 games is their return. And the match day 4 weekend wrapped up with Manchester City thrashing Manchester United 3-0 in a one-sided derby. Phil Foden opened scoring for City, only for Erling Haaland to wrap things up with 2 further goals. And to a bit of athletics now, we move straight to Tokyo, where 2 world champions have emerged in the 100 meters events at the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan. In the men's category, Oblique Seville of Jamaica cruised home in 9.77 seconds to become the new world 100 meters champion. In the women's category, America's Melissa Jefferson Wooden emerged 100 meters world champion after clocking 10.61 seconds as she remains unbeaten in 2025. Evidently, Nigeria's Tobi Amuson will be in the semi-finals in the 100 meters hurdles. Later, that will be Sunday morning, early in the morning. That does it on Sports Tonight. It's back to you, Claire.
Thank you, and I like that you brought in athletics. I hope that our champions, will do us proud this time around. Thank you, Badi. Now, the remains of Dr. Doyin Abiola, an icon in Nigerian journalism and former managing director and editor-in-chief of the defunct Concord Press of Nigeria and widow of late MKO Abiola, have been laid to rest. Family and well-wishers described her as an embodiment of integrity and excellence, particularly in public good and democratic governance. Ime Udori compiled the report for the news.
William Adebayo Abuaba, raised in an environment that emphasized hard work, respect, and resilience, values she embraced from her early age. Her study, courage, and immovable border personality, exhibited behind the protagonist of June 12, have continued to be celebrated by many. This is why dignitaries from across many faiths have come to pay tribute to her memory. In his sermon, the Bishop of Lagos Mainland Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Akinpelu Johnson, said, "Late Doyin Abiola's legacy will stand the test of time." Some family and close associates spoke well of her strong personality in democratic governance and journalism in Nigeria.
She was a great achiever and a woman who has touched many lives in many positive ways.
And I found her to be a very wonderful person, very amiable.
And we pray that the Lord will comfort the entire family.
Her remains were later interred at a private ceremony. She died at the age of 82.
You're watching the news segment on Newsline. Let's quickly check the weather forecast for Monday.
Welcome. Moderate rainfall is expected across most cities in the southern half of the country by Monday. Meanwhile, the central states can look forward to thunderstorms accompanied by light to moderate rainfall, while the southern parts of Borno, parts of Gombe, Bauchi, Adamawa, Taraba, some parts of Kebbi and Kaduna states are likely to experience thunderstorms with heavier downpour expected around the northeastern region. These weather activities are projected to peak in intensity during the afternoon and evening hours, so it's best to plan your movements accordingly. Stay safe and keep your umbrellas closed. Thank you for watching.
That ends the news segment on Newsline.